Alright, so even more head stuff. Let's take a look at our concept again. Just want to make sure things are feeling alright. Alright. So let's get in here and start getting some secondary details in here. And continue to adjust the shape. I'll never stop adjusting the shape. Can't. His eyes are a little too human. So let's kind of make them a little bit more lizardy and also neutral, make it a little bit more neutral. Let's get in here on this brow. Kind of looking at stiff. Now what we're going to need to do at some point is decide whether or not we ever want this guy's mouth to be able to open. Depending on the game that you're working on, we'll obviously change that. Ideally, his mouth will open. That is something that you generally want to have the option for. So to do that, we're going to have to separate his lower and upper jaw at some point. But we can worry about that later. Let's get this kind of connecting the way that it is in the concept. Okay, kind of smooth this out a little bit. And now we're going to start to really get a better understanding for this anatomy. Nice big cheekbones. This is when you can start to push style a little bit more and start to kind of fake some anatomy stuff or steal some anatomy stuff. I'm going to quickly pull up some images of some lizards to kind of get a better feeling for how their noses are. To find a decent one. So one of the things I'm noticing, A, my eyes are too small. Let's make those bigger. B, my brow might be a little bit too intense from a direction, so let's get that. It's much more lizardy already. So let's come in here and get some of this lower lid. Okay. We also have much more triangular pieces. This is one of the things about eventually, like when you're in the industry for a while, you kind of get used to doing humans a lot. So I kind of naturally made him humanoid. But this guy's a lizard man. So make sure he's got some lizard anatomy in there. You know? I know. It's kind of a weird concept. I may have said earlier, make him more human. But you know what? Make him more creaturey. I did keep the concept pretty loose for just that reason. So that way I had the option, one way or the other. Okay. Let's do little detail-y things. Gonna need some ears somewhere. or ear-like things. Look at it from the side. Things are getting a little flat through here, so let's give it a little bit more mass. A little bit more mass. Can always add that ear in later. Don't worry about sculpting over stuff. The ear was easy. Still constantly adjusting things. I mentioned maybe having an underbite. Let's get in here and add it. Let's come and mask that area off, and we're going to quickly kind of move it up above. And maybe a little bit forward. And then we're going to come in with our Damien standard, and we're going to kind of give it a little bit of that indentation, emphasize that more. That's looking pretty cool. I like that. I like it. Alright. Starting to like this. Starting to get pretty cool. Sometimes it takes a while for you to kind of work on something before you're like, yeah.